Welcome home to USA Global TV and Radio. Ours is a place where dreams take flight, voices are heard, and stories are shared. This is where cultures meet, connections are formed, and ideas are transformed into action. This is your destination for authentic storytelling, diverse perspectives, and meaningful conversations. We're where global stories unite and bridges are built beyond all borders. Discover our world of education, entertainment, hope, and inspiration. Together, we're building bridges worldwide. Subscribe to our USA Global TV channel and download our USA Global TV app. Be our guest or join our team. Visit usaglobaltv.com. With heartfelt thanks to our executive producer, Dr. Jacqueline Kerbeck, music scored by Yifei Tang from Cloud Road Music, creative direction by Paul Garcia, and I'm Al Cini, and I'm very proud to be part of the USA Global TV and Radio family. So join us here at USA Global TV and Radio. Make us your home for global connection. All rights reserved. This video and its contents are the exclusive property of USA Global TV and Radio. Unauthorized use, duplication, or redistribution in any form is strictly prohibited. Thank you for being a part of our global community. Let's inspire together. Welcome to Talking Heads on USA Global TV and Radio, where wisdom meets experience. Join a dynamic lineup of thought leaders, professionals, and changemakers from around the world. Dr. Madalene Chan from the UK, Mariska Dupreya from Australia, Red O'Loughlin from Texas, USA, Carolyn Heward from the UK, Zunette Lub from Cape Town, South Africa, as they share expert insights, personal journeys, and impactful strategies for success. Talking Heads isn't just a show, it's a global stage for education, collaboration, and inspiration. So elevate your knowledge, expand your perspective, engage in conversations that matter. Streaming globally, empowering locally, this is Talking Heads, only on USA Global TV and Radio.
Hello and a very warm welcome to USA Global TV and Radio viewers to my episode of Talking Heads. So it's 5 o'clock and my name is Dr. Madalene Chan and I'm broadcasting live from the UK. So this is my episode on being an expert presenter on Talking Heads. And don't forget, anyone else can come on board and be an expert presenter. So please do go on usaglobaltv.com, browse through our website, the mothership website, and have a look how you can bring your expertise to Talking Heads. So for today's topic, I forgot to say, welcome to E360 TV viewers as well as USA Global TV, radio and radio viewers on YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, and Twitter X, and Facebook as well. So for my episode for today, I am going to be sharing, should I say, sorry about this. It's so hot today in the UK. And it's something that wasn't really planned. And so that's why I'm a bit dithery with my words, but I will remain centered and professional because as with every week, what I do is we have to center our energy so that no other energies can come in, right? So how we do that is we use the singing bowl. Well, I use the singing bowl. Okay, we're going to start off with here with the mallet. And we're going to strike the singing bowl made of 7 metals. And what it does, it just breaks down all the negative ions, all the stuck energy, and gets the chi, gets the flowing energy flowing again, because energy can easily get stuck in our energy field, and it can get stuck in places and in rooms and in furniture. So regularly you need to, I would say, I do this once a day. I'm a little bit too much of a fanatic. I go crazy around the house with my singing bowl. Everyone knows me here with that. But what you can do at least once a week clear your home of the negative, stuck energy. It's not necessarily negative, it's just stuck energy, because energy is vibrational and it needs to flow like water. Water needs to flow. So energy needs to flow as well. The vibration needs to be aligned. So in order for it to be aligned is for it to have a clear pathway for it to flow, just like water flows into the rivers, into the seas. Yeah. And water is not still. Even though it's calm, it's still got small little ripples. So it's the same as with us. We, as with energy, we are not stagnant still, but we need things to move. So in order to move means that we get our vibrational alignment in its truest form. Right. So you can also use it for if you're not well, put it on your chakras, on your energy wheels, as we say. And then you can go, especially if you've got a headache, and I use this a lot. It's a higher frequency, and you just put it near to your third eye, which is in between the brows here, there. And what it does, it clears that fogginess. It wakes you up. It's just the same as, for example, if you go and walk the grass, you will then recharge. You'll decharge to recharge again. Another one is the visualization. Visualize as you breathe in, all this golden white light surrounding your whole body, from the head right down to the soles of your feet. And then when you breathe out, all that white light has taken all the shadows, all that negative stuck energy, taking it. So that white light might not be as bright white, but it's still what it's doing. It's picking up everything, and then it's bringing it back out into the ether, into the universe, like a hoover. So there's many ways of recharging and cleansing and purging. Very important. We need to, right now, as humans here on this earth, we have to do purging every day, or at least we do check-in. And what I mean by check-in is you need to check in. You need to have that time by yourself, away from any distractions. And what you need to do is just breathe into yourself and be aware of your breath. Be aware of your heartbeat. Be aware so that you have that, so that you can listen and you have the understanding. Well, I wouldn't say understanding, but so that you're connected. And that begins your higher intuition. So for today's, I'm blabbing on, and I'm really sorry about this. You see, it's going, oh. That's also because we are in the Lionsgate portal. And the Lionsgate portal is very significant because it hasn't happened as significant as Pluto, the planet Sirius B, near Mother Earth. So that's been for the last 25,000 years. So it's happening again. In the last 25,000 years was the time that happened. So it's very significant, this Lionsgate portal. And generally what it means is that everything is coming up for review. That means anything that is an outdated belief system, it needs to come up to the surface and be released. So you might find that people around you are getting triggered, or they're triggering you. And it's almost like mirroring. And if they're mirroring, it means that there's something within you that needs to be resolved. So going to today's topic, don't get mad or even, do better and rise above. So I'm going to share not about people getting mad or even, because we all know that. We all know that story. We've all had that story and still continue on a daily basis, having that drama, having that story, having people just draining us, but we allow it as well at the same time. But how we have to do it is, it's not about fighting. It's not about defending and fighting yourself on that lower level. This is where we are this is where we are in misalignment, purely because if we fight and defend ourselves on that low vibration, so then we're just as bad as as the act or as the words or whatever low vibrational act was put upon you. The secret is to rise above. Because if you rise above and you're high in your vibrational alignment, then having the reaction of getting mad or won't even come into play with your own reality, purely because you are no longer in that timeline of where that person or such and such a group or organization are operating from. You will be operating from a higher timeline. Therefore, you won't be able to, because you're in your heart, in that higher timeline, in a new vibrational alignment, then all that lower vibration won't even come in to your timeline, because it won't affect you. You won't be affected. The only time that we're affected is if we dip into that timeline. So as I was explaining last week, for those of you who weren't here to listen to my episode last week, I talked about 3D, 4D, 5D. Now, we're coming out of an old belief system, which is 3D, three-dimensional thinking, in the way of separation, competition, separation, competition, manipulation, condemnation, blaming, gossip, all this. So that's all 3D, survival. It's survival of the fittest, right? It's not being just being a dreamer, but not putting your dreams into action because somewhere, someplace and somewhere somebody said, well, we do this type of menial job, this low service job. Therefore, well, we don't really have our dreams. We can't really be big out there, right? But you can be. So that's 3D, right? It's controlled, it's separation, it's competition. Now we've got 4D. 4D is where we look at our 3D actions, and that space allows us to work through our shadow, to work through our issues, our dramas, to work through our trauma even. So that place there, 4D, is the space where we can work things out and begin the journey. However, 5D is where it's unity. It's where it's being a sovereign being, being a co-creator with the universe and manifesting from an unseen world, your passion, your desires from an unseen world and manifesting into a physical reality. So that's the explanation. 3D, matrix. 4D, the space to work everything out. Now in 4D, you've got still the duality of good and evil. You still have that. But you also have the awareness of a 5D, right at the beginning, consciousness. Then when you jump over to 5D, it's a complete different timeline where you have risen above. So it's the beginning of really when you're risen above and your vibration is on a high is when you're operating from a 5D consciousness, where it's more about serving the world and not thinking about self. But in saying that, the contradiction, this is very strange actually, and I'll share it with you. It's about love yourself, and then you can love others. But in a 5D, it says you serve others other than yourself. So that's interesting. I'm bringing that up really because I don't have a script. That's a very strange analogy, really, if we think about it. Whew, so I'm going on another path here. I'm sorry. Right. So in order to rise above, you need to be in a 5D consciousness. You need to be aware of how you are, so that you need to be aware that you are bringing out your truth rather than somebody else's truth. Because we're all affected by the outside world. But the golden age and the age of Aquarius, so the Lionsgate portal, coming back to the Lionsgate portal, is a portal that allows from the 8th to the 12th of August. That's a big few days. So everything is going to be coming up for review. So where you thought you may have resolved something, maybe a pain, issue, trauma, it's coming up for review, and it's the last parts of it. Because in order for planet Earth, the organic planet, Mother Earth, to ascend fully, as well as her children, the humans, we have to have everything cleared from our karma and from the toxicity, the toxins on the earth. Everything, in order for us to live in a 5D collective consciousness, because don't forget, it's consciousness that we're living at the moment. But when we're going to be living, that we call it the 5D living, is going to be when Earth is fully cleansed. So that's what we're doing right now. We're helping each other. We're being the way showers. So rise above to rise above. First of all, go in. Spend that 2 minutes, 5 minutes, go for a walk. Make sure you have my time, my space. That's interesting, isn't it? My time, my space. Because then you will know, you will be operating from your intuition rather than someone else's intuition. So that's one thing of rising above. Another way of rising above is practice. Practice not speaking in a low vibrational level. If you bring in that you are judging, that you are blaming, that you are gossiping about someone, that you are condemning someone's talent, or someone that may have done something or didn't do something with you, to you. So blame, gossip, condemnation, criticize, and judging. The 5 lower human traits that truly, truly belong to the power of a planet that's about to go into 3D. So a planet from a 2D to go into a 3D. Wow, perfect. It's perfect. But we are going from 3D into 4D to a 5D consciousness. Therefore, we're moving on. And that's why everything has to come up for review. So to rise above, we need to look at the way that we eat, at what we're eating, at what we're putting into our bodies, because we're going from the carbon dense body into a crystalline, a lighter body. And we don't need, the body is not requiring the heavy processed, even GMO foods. Anything that is processed or anything that has been, and it's up to you. I'm not trying to say, oh, it's not good if it's not good if you're still eating meat. I'm not saying that, because everyone has a soul contract and everyone has an awakening. So it's when they want to. No one is there to judge. But what I'm saying is that we are going into the age of where we're aware. We have to be aware of the energy. So we're not only eating that substance, that material, that flesh, but we're also eating the energy, because everything is energy. Everything's vibrational energy. So therefore, that will bring you down as well. When you eat food and it leaves you fatigued and tired, it's because it is not good for you. It has a lower vibrational alignment. Eat the lively, colorful foods. This will help you. Another thing that will help you is chia seeds. Yeah, chia seeds is high in omega-3. Put it in warm water, boiled water. Put some honey and some ginger, which will complement it. And what that does is work on your immune system, suppress your feeling of wanting to eat lots of food. And it's very nutritional for you and stops bloating. I like to make my own moisturizers and body oils. That's my preference, because what's going to be happening is everything that's store-bought, not that has heavy chemicals, even that is going to have an adverse effect on us all. Because we're going into a crystalline, it means we're going into an organic crystalline body. And that organic crystalline body, in order to stay in a high vibrational, needs high vibrational foods, high vibrational creams, body oils for the body, because it's going to soak it all in. So what was relevant before in 3D is no longer resonating when you start to wake up and you start to become high vibrational. You will find that necessary materialism or creams or body products no longer resonates with your skin, with your mind, with your heart. Because what happens is your intuition starts to speak on a higher level. So the good thing about it is try a little bit each day. Just try a little bit. I mean, don't try to become the hare and try to win the marathon. No way, no way. What happens then? You conk out, or swim like crazy across, doing meters across the swimming pool or in the sea, and then halfway through you go, gasping for breath. That's not what spirituality is about. It's not about, whoa, I'm going in there full on, whoa, and just tick the boxes and woohoo, I'm champion. Hell no. Hey, no. That is not what it's about. It's about slow and steady and being a tortoise or a turtle. Slow and steady wins the race. That's a term that they always say. Slow, which it does, because when you're slow and steady, you're looking around you. You're hearing things that you wouldn't normally hear if you're speeding like crazy and not realizing what's around you. Because don't forget, we have to be in the now. And being in the now is slow and steady. Ooh, that's interesting. I get downloads, you see. I never thought of it like that, because time is speeding so quickly for us all. And it seems like this year is just speeded up like crazy, and it's like we want to be able to feel so much things in the day, but for some reason we feel slower. Even though time is going faster, the way that we are doing things and planning things and organizing things during the day, we're not fulfilling everything that we wanted to fulfill, because it seems like we're running out of time because the time is going fast. So even that, it's telling us to slow down. Slow down. You have the time. There is plenty of time. There is the vibrational alignment, which is about divine timing. And then there is the misalignment, which is about the human timing. The timing that we say, this is going to happen on such and such a day. I want this to happen on such and such a day. Guess what? You've dipped down into a low vibration because you have decided the fate of something. You have decided exactly how this manifestation is going to happen and at what time. Hello, leave some magic to the universe, right? So rising above is surrendering to the universe. The universe has its divine timing. However, because we're rushing ahead so crazy, we want it here and now, right here, right now, right here, right now. And right here, right now, we make mistakes. Right here, right now, we stay in the low vibration. We have to leave some magic and mystery to the universe. Mother Earth can help us so much. In fact, she has a lot. If you connect with her, you will get all kinds of intuition and solutions as well. People, it's time that you have to wait. People have to wait. It's not a stop clock. It's not a stopwatch. It's about having that respect to give that person the space, the grace and the time to say, okay, I'm going to leave this with you. However, please do come back to me within a certain, and you do give that time, but you give the space. So in the way of when we want to manifest, we don't give the space, do we? We just say, I want it on this day, and that's it. Hello? No. So that's why we get mad. That's why we even try to look at trying to get even, because that person has done that to us. So we're going to do the same. But guess what? We're not only going to do it to the same, but we're going to do it even more powerful than what they did to us so that they learn their lesson. What happens then? It becomes a ping pong ball. Then the other side goes, hey, you know, you've done that, so we're going to go even more powerful, even more hurtful, even more distraction, even more this, destruction. It never stops. It's stuck in this continuous broken record. Somewhere, someone has to say, stop, stop. And people go, excuse me? Yeah, stop. Let's rethink this. Let's look at the pattern of how we have been with each other. Let's stop this, because if we don't, we're going to destroy each other in the end anyway. And what good is that? What have we learned then? We have to come back and relearn or do something else to that lesson. See? So if you're operating from a higher vibration, you will find that it won't matter to you if someone is belittling you or trying to take something from you or trying to replicate you. Remember, there's a lot of people that try to replicate you, which they can. They even replicate me. I'm sure they do. But guess what? They can't replicate my energy, because my energy and your energy is with your soul. It's your soul, it's your intuition, it's your higher intuition. It is your blueprint, it's your divine blueprint. And no other person can copy that divine blueprint, because every soul has a different blueprint, unlike any other. And that's what makes us magical as a human collective consciousness of sovereign beings. So rise above. Look at your foods. Make sure you go within. Have that time. Go for a walk. Do some yoga. Do some exercise. Do some quietness. Listen to high frequency music. 5 to 8 hertz is fantastic. To bring your vibration on a higher level. And try not to respond when someone is triggering you or probing you or something like that. Just don't respond. Have that couple of seconds, go, wait a minute. I need to respond from a higher place. Or maybe I don't. Maybe I don't need to. Maybe you just need to just walk away, no explanation, and just walk away and leave them to go in their temper tantrums or whatever it is they want to do, because they're stuck in that timeline. You can remove yourself from that timeline. And that's the meaning of when you rise above. We have to be aware now to rise above. It's by vibrational alignment. So if we are to manifest abundance, peace, co-creating with the Creator, manifesting all our passions, being on the mission on this earth, we do need to learn how to rise above so that we're in a higher vibration and it won't affect us. However, it's about being grateful for what you have and where you're at, and also sending out prayers and good light and good energy out to the rest of the world. And that's how we help each other. You don't have to be in someone's life personally and physically. You can be in metaphysically, but you can just be as powerful when you're saying your prayer or when you're sending great intentions, good, healthy intentions to that person's energy, to that person's heart, because we can actually talk to them, to their soul. We can address someone and talk to them, to their heart and soul. But I will explain that in another episode, because I'm going way over. And Dr. Jacqueline, who produces of the show and is the CEO and the mother of the mothership, USA Global TV and Radio. So I will leave this for now. Please do get in contact with me if you're absolutely feeling stuck or you want to learn how to connect to your divine inner child and learn about being on your mission and being aware of when your lower vibration is acting up and recognizing, connecting to your high vibration. That's what I can do. I can help you. Meantime, have a beautiful, blessed week. Stay in your heart. Have that time to yourself and start working on your good vibration, your high vibration. My name is Dr. Madalene Chan, and this is my episode for Talking Heads, and I'll see you next week. Bye.
Ever dreamed of hosting your own TV show, sharing your story with a global audience? Now's your chance to shine. At USA Global TV and Radio, we make it easy for you to create, host and broadcast your very own TV show. Whether you're a storyteller, entrepreneur or industry expert, we help you bring your vision to life. With our exclusive interview, live streaming and podcasting training, you'll gain the skills and confidence to captivate your audience. Our global platform ensures your voice is heard worldwide. Join our community of creators who are already making an impact, one show at a time. Step into the spotlight. Host your own TV show on USA Global TV and Radio. Book your discovery call today at usaglobaltv.com. Copyright 2025 USA Global TV and Radio. All rights reserved. Terms and conditions apply. To learn more, visit usaglobaltv.com.
From the magical world of the amazing adventures of Lady Ella comes a heartwarming new journey filled with kindness, courage, and compassion. Lady Ella, the beloved ladybug and listening mentor, is back, and this time she's not alone. Meet her brave and thoughtful brother, Lord Jack. Together, they take flight on their very first kindness adventure. Along the way, they meet 3 new friends in need: a duck feeling discouraged, a mouse struggling to be understood, and a busy little bee somebody who's completely lost. But with the power of elevated listening and simple acts of kindness, Lady Ella and Lord Jack show us how understanding and empathy can make the biggest difference in someone's day. Written by Dr. Jacqueline Kerbeck, the listening mentor, this 9th book in the best-selling Lady Ella series teaches children ages 5 to 10 the essential skills of listening, kindness, and etiquette. Now available for pre-order on Amazon. Scan the QR code and order your copy today.
5 little-known secrets for dementia caregivers with Tracy Cram-Perkins.
Hi there, I am Tracy Cram-Perkins, the host of the Dementia Home Care Show here on USA Global TV and Radio. I am also the author of the book of the same name. And you'll see this QR code. This is for an extended version of the same talk. So if you want to see the full hour-long version, feel free to scan the code and go to that website. Stick with me. We'll talk about 5 little-known secrets to make it a little easier to do dementia caregiving. What you're seeing on the left-hand side is a healthy aged brain, age 55 and above. The one you're seeing on the right is an Alzheimer's disease brain. It is in moderate disease. It is shrinking. It has holes in it. The memories that were in those holes no longer exist. When you're learning something, let's say in kindergarten, you learn how to tie your shoelace. Well, then by the time you're in 2nd grade, your brain remembers that information from tying the shoelace and applies it so you can learn more quickly how to tie more complex knots. So the brain is hardwired to do this for us. So it helps us learn faster so it doesn't take as long to acquire knowledge. The brain is looking for the information and they pick the closest to wherever that hole is. Let's look at some tips that we can use to help do that. These are 5 simple tools you can use as a dementia caregiver to help your loved one. The whiteboard is a useful tool in recording the day's activities and the answers to repetitive questions. The calendar clock is a very useful tool to orient your loved one on the day, the date, and the time, and remind them of upcoming appointments. The communication cards are a great tool to bridge the gap when they can no longer tell you what's wrong. And then there's the pill minder for when your loved one is still able to take pills but needs prompting. The final tool I want to share with you is the memory book. It tells your loved one's story. It's a great tool for distraction, redirection, also as a conversation starter, and telling you where they are in their story so you know how to answer their questions. Music is probably the most powerful tool in your toolbox after laughter. Music is a way to maintain connection. It sticks with your brain longer than any other thing, including reading. When you're having an issue with somebody, you can play their favorite music if you move them to another room, something that makes them happy, or you can start singing songs together from their childhood. These are some of my favorite books for caregivers. My show airs on the 3rd Tuesday of every month, and you can view past episodes on YouTube. Thank you, everyone.
This program has been brought to you in part by Tracy Cram-Perkins. Connect with her and order her book at tracycramperkins.com. For more information about Alzheimer's disease, support resources, and how you can help, contact the Alzheimer's Association at 1-800-272-3900 or visit their website at www.alz.org. They offer 24/7 helpline support and a wealth of information to assist you and your loved ones.
Get ready to wear the brand that's changing the world of media. Introducing the official USA Global TV and Radio online store. From our TV show hosts to our incredible global guests, you asked, we delivered. Rep your appearance with pride. Whether you've been on air, hosted a show, or tuned in, we have something just for you. Visit us at usaglobaltvradioshoп.myspreadshop.com and start shopping today. Check back frequently. We're dropping fresh new designs all the time. Showcase your role in our global community. These designs celebrate your voice, your story, your presence. It's more than just merchandise. It's a movement of hope, inspiration, education, and elevated listening. Head to usaglobaltvradiosshop.myspreadshop.com. Your spotlight awaits. USA Global TV and Radio. Elevate your style. Elevate the world.
Thank you, viewers and listeners of USA Global TV and Radio, for joining us today. We're honoured to have your time and attention as part of our global community. At USA Global TV and Radio, we believe in the power of authentic conversations, meaningful connections, and creating a world of possibilities together. Want to be part of something bigger? Join our team of elevated listeners at usaglobaltv.com, a space where your voice matters and your ability to listen transforms relationships. Stay connected with us across all our platforms for thought-provoking discussions, expert insights, and empowering stories. Subscribe to our channels at youtube.com/c/USA-Global-TV. Follow us on social media and explore the endless opportunities we're creating for growth, learning, and inspiration. Together, we're not just broadcasting, we're building bridges and changing lives one conversation at a time. For inquiries, contact us at info@usaglobaltv.com. Music by Johnny Dyes. Produced by Executive Producer and Director Dr. Jacqueline Kerbeck. Voiceover by Mike Porter. Creative Direction by Paul Garcia. All rights reserved. Copyright 2025. Visit usaglobaltv.com to view our full terms and conditions.